Welcome to another unboxing by the Player's Aid. I'm Grant. Today I'm unboxing Comancheria, the rise and fall of the Comanche Empire, which is designed by Joel Toppin and published by GMT Games. This is a game that came out on the P500 late in the year, late in 2016. I actually just got a copy about 3 weeks ago. I'm embarrassed to say, have yet opened and played it or even read the rules. We've had a glut of games come in. This is one that I'm very interested in. I did do an interview with the designer Joel Toppin last summer, not only on this game, but also on the Navajo Wars game, which preceded this. I've always had a fascination with the Native American tribes of America. Always been interested in their thoughts, their ways of life. I can remember when I was a kid in school reading different books on tribes like the Arapaho, the Sioux, the Cheyenne, the Potawatomi. I remember even reading on the Nez Perce. So I've definitely had an interest in Native Americans, and this game did pique my interest, so it was one that I definitely wanted to make sure I got. It is a solitaire-only game, designed obviously for one player. We'll go ahead and get to it. It comes in a middling size box, not the 3-inch box, but the 2-inch box. I've always had a little bit of a concern about these 2-inch boxes. They're thin. I don't like them. Just my opinion, I'd rather have a thicker box and just pay a couple bucks more. But it is a nice box. The art is great. The layout is good. Definitely is a nice looking game. As always, GMT games are great. But I do have concerns about that box. It just, I don't know, just not going to last that long if you play it and stack it quite a bit like we do. Here is the rule book. It is semi-gloss and full color. Once again, very nice. The rule book weighs in at 24 pages. And it is chock full of information, cultural notes, tips and design notes. I think Joel has done a great job of putting these together. One other thing about this game, Joel did do kind of a tutorial video series, and I believe it is hosted on GMT's website. I've started watching those. I just need to get my lazy butt up and get this to the table. Definitely an interesting game. Covers the period of 1700 to approximately 1875. And Comancheria is a reference to the land of the Comanches. And their area of roaming and living was, in essence, northern Texas, most of Arkansas, and into the Oklahoma Territory, which is where the Indian reservation, the main Indian reservation, was there once America started expanding west. So they are kind of right in the middle of the Great Plains, and frankly, they're surrounded by all types of enemies. I know that the game, in essence, pits you as the leader of the Comanche against all of the expansionist powers, the United States on the east, Mexico and the Texians on the south, the Arapaho and other aggressive tribes on the southwest and west of your location. So it really is about trying to make the Comanche survive, do well and thrive, and develop their culture over basically those 175 years. So that's the rule book. Once again, I haven't played this yet, but I do need to get to that. There are a lot of cards in this game. Here's some bags. GMT always does a great job with bags. There are 3 dice. Very nice colored die, very hardy, got some good weight to them. The cards themselves, I'm going to go ahead. There's a culture deck, there's a war deck, and then I believe there is a kind of the solitaire bot card where you're going to draw, I think this card, the history card, out, and it tells you when revealed, here's what's going to happen. And then you're going to find, this one says find a couple of cards, shuffle them in to form a new development card deck, and do some other activities. Then it's going to give a little bit more information on some of the benefits and the roles. So these cards kind of guide you through, and then these cards The culture, here, let me put those down. Very nice looking cards, by the way, very colorful and very thick. These are the culture cards. So you're going to draw this. It's gonna cost you a culture point. Some of them have requirements, like this one says you must have tactics level 1. This is the level 1 tactics to go to the level 2 and then the level 3. But they're going to give you, you can see their different abilities as you obtain those, and you're able to kind of move through the game. So really nice looking cards. I like those quite a bit. There is a development deck, and I'm not going to go through all the cards. Sorry, Joel, I'm kind of trying to do this on the quick. But here's development deck number 4, development deck number 3. Then I think this contains 1 and 2. So you're going to move through these different ages with these development decks as you learn new technologies, learn new way of fighting and other things, and that's how the game's going to play out. Like any good war game and any good GMT game, this does come with a playbook. Playbook has several examples of play and shows you really how to get started, how to move through the different aspects. Without this, I don't know how you would play a complex game like this. So that's the playbook. Also, any good game has different player aids. So here is list your player actions here on the left. It lists the sequence of play here, so you can just follow that as you go through the game. Really love the graphics. Really nice touch there. Different actions, planning, victory check. You're going to do a victory check at certain stages. And then here is the way that the enemies react to what you were doing and how they behave. So you're going to follow that on that player aid. And then this is a summary of the different counters. There are resource counters. You can see there's bison, there are captives, food, guns, horses, and trade goods. And then you can see the other various counters. So here is always my favorite part, the sheets of counters. And there are 2 of them. And they're good, thick counters. Very, very beautiful. Here's some of the settlements. You can see those different colors. Here's some of the administrative. These are, say, ravaged on them. Let me you're going to place those when certain things happen. I'll put that down. Here are your units and different information. These are the Texians, the Americans, the different factions that you're going to fight, the Mexicans and so forth. Really nicely done, really well struck. They're right in the middle. They really look good. Hope you can get a good look. I love the colors too. The colors just really pop and stand out. Here's some more tokens representing those goods, the food, gun, trade goods, horses, bison, etc. So really well done counters. And now a look at the pièce de résistance, or the map itself. Sorry, I hope I said that right, but I'll unfold the map. It's a large map. Well done, very colorful, very functional, and also looks great. So you can see the different regions. This is kind of a point-to-point movement game where you're trying to move to and from points. There's some administrative information on the side, enemy instruction detail, Rancheria display, showing different resources and the like. You can see a place for the cards at the top. And then here is the map. Once again, representing mainly the whole of Arkansas, it appears, parts of Texas, as well as parts of the Oklahoma Territory. So that's the extent of the map, but very well done. Beautiful. I love mounted map boards. I know they're bigger, they cost more, but this is a really nice map. Very, very well done. So that is Comancheria. I'm excited to try it, get it to the table. Hopefully you've already either played it or are getting ready to, or going to buy a copy. I know that Joel Toppin does a great job. He always does a lot of study and research, and these games are really point on. In my interview with him, we talked a lot about how he goes through the historical records and tries to really get a good feel for how things worked and then translate that to the effects of the game. And I think that shows in the gameplay. I do actually have Navajo Wars on P500, the reprint. So hopefully sometime next year that comes up. I think it's kind of stuck in the middle of about 250 orders or so. So if you're interested in this and interested in that game, please go ahead and P500 them. I want to get my copy. So there you go. There's Comancheria. Look for a review over the next couple of months as we get through some plays, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.